This is the Church of Saint Peter Mancroft, which is in front of the Forum in Norwich. It's a pretty impressive church, really. It's a sort of church you can sort of walk past many times and not actually go inside. But it's certainly it's really most impressive. And I'll come around here, we can even see at the altar, isn't this? Here, where the cross is, and you've got these lots of saints up there, and St. John, Matthew, Mark. I think that's St. Haggis there, is it? No, it's Matthias is written. What is it?
The beautiful stained windows.
Absolutely outstanding.
Magnificent.
Yeah. Do you know how old these stained windows are? Are they?
Got to be hundreds of years old. I mean, the church has been here. It's got to be here since the 12th century.
But the windows have probably been smashed though in either the Reformation or the Cromwell's lot.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so we've got here Thomas Brown of brain fame.
Yes, this is Thomas Brown's stone.
Yeah.
And as we can see, he was born in 1605.
Yeah.
And died in 1682. He actually died on his birth date.
October the 19th.
Yes. And obviously you're able to translate bits and pieces from
Yeah, I
Latin.
read a little bit of Latin, not a huge amount. Yeah.
And we can see that his wife, Dorothy Brown,
Yeah.
has a plaque here.
Yeah, in English, fortunately. Oh, is that in English? I can't see. Yeah, no, yes, it is in English. It is in English.
Yes.
Yeah. So she died on the 24th on MDCL and all the rest of it. So that's when 1685, and the 63rd year of her life. So she was a lot younger than he was.
It's very amazing that it says there in the county of Norwich. Or Norse.
Maybe that was Norfolk in Latin
Yes.
or something, or I don't know. Or maybe that was the short form.
Yes, it probably is. There's obviously her coat of arms there.
Yeah.
And we've got Thomas's coat of arms on the other side.
Yeah. So why are they buried in this, or commemorated, I should say, rather than buried? Because his grave is below somewhere, isn't it? It was sort of dug up or something.
They're both buried in this altar where we're standing on.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly when, but the grave of Sir Thomas Brown was disturbed.
Yes.
And the brain came out, and it went back to Norfolk and Norwich Hospital.
Yes.
And they kept it there for some time. And I know that when he was fully interred with the brain, it came back as being over 300 years old.
Yes.
But I've actually read some of his books.
Yeah.
And they were on the papal list of banned books.
So in the 17th century, the Catholic Church was still banning books.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Still
So
doing that.
what didn't the Catholic Church like about his books?
I think it was more his style of free-form writing that affected. I mean, we're talking about a time when if somebody said one word out of place, it would be classed as an insult to the religion.
Yes.
And then banned.
Yes. But of course, look, it's the time of the Civil War here, Restoration. Charles II was a Catholic, but he didn't show it.
The mayor at the time, whose name unfortunately I cannot remember, turned down the knighthood and said to the king, give it to Thomas Brown instead.
Yes?
Yes. And I can find out the name of the mayor and let the viewers know at a later stage.
Yeah. Now, this church here has stood here for a very long time.
Yes.
And here you talk about the Ketz Rebellion, which of 1549, and here prayers were offered for the or given in deliverance for.
They were up until the 1700s to the government for bringing Norwich back to the fold. Yeah. And executing Robert and William Kent. Certain money was put aside for the prayers to be said. Yeah. But they hadn't been said since the late 1700s.
But all the same, it's pretty horrible that the church 200 years later should remember the defeat of somebody who was fighting for justice.
Exactly, and that's why we've got the plaque at Norwich Castle now to say that he was a courageous leader.
Yes, yes. Okay, but it's a magnificent church, though. I mean,
it's a beautiful church.
A wooden roof,
yes,
which Norwich Cathedral had before it got burnt down. I think it collapsed on Norwich Cathedral.
I think it did collapse.
And the burning happened later. Anyway, quite magnificent.